Laura Likes. So I have been asked what I'm using for the 2018-2019 school year, and so I thought I would take a quick minute and just kind of do an overview of what I'm going to be using. Some of the items I have detailed videos about, some of them I haven't done videos about yet, but I can totally do those for you if you are interested. So I have everything right here, and I think I'm just going to get started. So because we're Catholic and she's in 2nd grade, that means that our 2nd grade year is very focused on receiving the Sacrament of First Reconciliation and the Sacrament of First Holy Eucharist. So those are really, really big events that happen in the spring of a Catholic child's 2nd grade year. So you're going to see that some of the things are tailored towards that. For language arts, we are going to be using the Good and the Beautiful Level 1. I already did a whole review of both Level K and Level 1, so definitely check out those videos. I'll have them linked down below. But we have used the Level 1, the Level K Good and the Beautiful, and Chloe has made really amazing progress. And so I thought we would do Level 1 and see if we can continue with that, like the next phonics progress. When we do language arts, it's going to be about 20 minutes, where we're just going to spend about 20 minutes with the course book, spend about, what, 2-3 seconds, I don't know, with the phonics cards, just kind of like going over them once. And then I think there's sight words. I'm not going to do spelling. I'm going to do spelling the way I saw on a different channel that I'll link down below. But she literally just said that when her children did copywork or anything else, if they spelled something wrong, then they wrote it 10 times and that was it. And I love that. I do not want to have a huge emphasis on spelling in my homeschool. So there is no spelling that we are going to do this year. I just don't think it's necessary. So I guess to go along with language arts, the next thing was our handwriting curriculum. This is from Catholic Heritage Curriculum. The reason I chose this handwriting book is 2 reasons. One, I tried to just do copywork out of the Bible or something, and I really do want to get to that point where that is where my children are doing their copywork. However, it was too time heavy for me to sit down with her and pick out a Bible verse every day, and the writing in the Bible is of course really small, and I wanted her to copy the legit language from the Bible and not, like her children's Bible. So I decided to do this for a couple more years, because this way her printing is going to be really fantastic, and she'll get her cursive next year, and then from there she'll be in 4th grade after that, and that's when we can start doing the copywork out of the Bible. If you do copywork straight out of the Bible and you have a little one under 4th grade, let me know. I'm curious how you structure that to where it's not super time intensive for you as mom. The reason I went with Catholic Heritage Curriculum versus Seton is that this ties in again to that 2nd grade catechism with the First Reconciliation and First Communion. So everything is, based on the sacraments. And so I love that. We used Zaner Blauser last year, and there was nothing Catholic or Christian about it, and I think I missed out by not doing something like this. Now, this is incredibly simple. This is supposed to be the 2nd grade curriculum. This is stuff that she can take within seconds and do. So it's a little bit of review. I'm gonna see how long it takes her. I have a feeling she's gonna finish it way before the school year's up, and so I'll probably just go ahead and buy the next one and to start teaching her cursive whenever she's just done with this workbook. Usually I have her do her handwriting first thing, when we first start school after we've done morning time, if we're doing morning time that day, or I'll even have her do this on days we don't do other schooling, because it's just so self-directed. For math, we are using Matthew C again, and we are continuing with beta. So she's done alpha, beta, and she'll definitely finish beta probably by Christmas time, if not sooner, and we'll have to purchase gamma. I know there's a lot of people who do the online math program. I'm tempted to switch because I just kind of love how it's so hands-off, but I really love Matthew C, and so as long as she's thriving with Matthew C, I don't think I want to switch up the curriculum. So Matthew C consists of a teacher instruction booklet, the DVD that has the little very tiny mini lessons that kind of introduce each lesson. There's a test book that we never use, and then there's also a workbook that I must have grabbed because I've been working on lesson plans. But it looks just like this, and the way Matthew C works is it has 3 to 4 worksheets that are just what you're learning that day or that lesson, and then they have some systematic review, and then they have like an extension and application page. So usually what I'll do is just have her do enough practice that's solidly on that lesson to where I feel like she's almost there or she's gotten it. And then I'll switch and just do like a couple systematic reviews. And then I usually skip the enrichment page depending on like what the content is. So I would say we get on average done a lesson a week. There's 30 lessons in here. I mean, it's meant to be used like, you know, this is the second grade one. But again, I just love homeschooling because I just kind of continue on with wherever we left off, and I don't get really picky about having this fresh new curriculum. We didn't even really have a formal end of the school year this year. We're just going to kind of pick up with second grade in a couple days. Here is the Matthew C. like workbook. So there's some story problems, and then that is a systematic review of some stuff that they've been learning. That's lesson 19. That's actually where we are. The other thing I forgot to mention is that Matthew C comes with manipulables. So these were a huge selling point for me, these hands-on manipulables. And when my daughter first started doing alpha, and I know you use these in primer also if you decide to do primer, super helpful to like really understand place value, really understand addition and things. She doesn't really use them much now, but I think they come back in during multiplications. For history, we are doing the Beautiful Feet books, early American history for the primary grades. So it's like the first jumbo pack is the one I bought, and I am in love with it. If you guys want some more information, I do have a full review on all the books that are in this curriculum, as well as I'll have a link below to this site where you can check it out for yourself. But this is completely learning early American history through living books, through stories. And even though this is for like first to third grade or K through third grade, I'm using it with both of my kids along with our science, and I just work it out. I won't ask as much from my son as I do from my daughter, but I do like to school them together with history and science. For science, we're going to continue with our number 2, Behold and See. This is the second grade curriculum from Catholic Heritage Curriculums. And again, I do this with my son as well. He just doesn't do any of the, there's barely any like, worksheets in here. Anyway, most of this is story-based. So here is like Ocean Birds is what we're on next. And it just has a lot of information in it, but it's told through kind of like a story. It's Charlotte Mason-ish, so that I don't feel like I'm just reading a textbook. Clearly, it's big print. And they have activities in here that you can do. Whether I do them or not is a whole different story, but I have been enjoying this for science. I'm not likely to do a bunch of like traditional science experiments and things. I know this about myself. When my kids are old enough and they kind of seek it out themselves, I'll be totally up for it. But you know, you have to know what kind of mom you homeschool you are and be okay with that. Okay, so moving on to then my Catholic curriculum content. So my daughter does attend religious education on Wednesdays, but I believe that there's nothing that replaces mixing in Catholicism and your faith into your homeschool. And so this year we have 2 different things we're doing for that. The first one is the Faith and Life series. This is the second grade version. It says Jesus Our Life, and we used the first grade one, and I thought it was a really nice curriculum. I like how it has like a topic. This one, the art isn't as nice as the art in the first one. The art in the first one was all like famous pictures. But so here's, you know, it usually starts with a Bible verse, which you could use this as copy work. And then it has like vocab words, which I really like. And you can do that as copy work too. It has like words to know down here. And then it'll have questions out of the catechism, which is also actually really nice. And then I also bought the activity book that goes along with it. And what I did last year is I let her choose which 2 activities she wanted to do. And a lot of times I'll just have her orally tell me the answers like out of the fill in the blanks rather than having her write it all out, just because it's faster. And I just want to know that she knows it. There's a lot of like coloring pages in here as well that really emphasize what's being taught. So I don't know, we like the Faith and Life series. So if you have a different second grade curriculum that you like for your catechism, let me know, because I'm always curious. The final thing, and again we got that from Catholic Heritage Curriculum as well. So the final thing we're using is the Preparing to Receive Jesus. I was really excited about this. This is by Catholic Heritage Curriculum, and this is their sacrament prep, specifically for second grade, specifically for the first half has to do with receiving sacrament of reconciliation, and there's that, and then here's Holy Mass, and then here's preparing our hearts to receive Jesus in the Eucharist. So how I'm going to use this is 21 lessons. So I'm going to start this in October because I think, and we're going to do one lesson a week, and we're going to do it on Sundays because I want to involve my husband. I want us both to be catechizing Chloe towards these sacraments. And so if I do it on a Sunday, like after Mass, perhaps like while my son's taking his quiet time, it would be just a really nice thing to do, I think, as a family. And then it also came with this packet, or you buy the packet also, and the packet has like the different activity cards. Like here's the St. Michael the Archangel prayer, and here's something else. Something's dragon, and I think it's Stephen's dragon, St. Stephen's dragon. I'm not sure, but it correlates with, they'll tell you when to do this. Okay, and then the last thing that goes with like this set for preparing for the sacraments is I bought this book that went along with it, The Faith Explained. These are for parents, but it says that there's 3 chapters back here. They're super short, but the writing is very tiny. But it has the chapters of penance and contrition and confession. And so what it suggests is that the parents go through to read this before beginning this series so that everyone's kind of on the same page. So I think what I'm going to do is probably read this out loud to my husband because he's an auditory learner and I'm a visual learner. And so I don't think he'll read it without me like reading it to him. So I think like a week or two before we start this, so maybe September, we'll start reading through these chapters together and kind of get on the same page. And then that way it'll just all make sense and he will learn something that he didn't get in his RCA, multiplication. So I'll have to see, because that's what gamma is all multiplication. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about the curriculum I've chosen, let me know. If I have left something out, I don't think I have, let me know that as well. And if you have other suggestions that you really love, like curriculum that you want to share, you know, what you're using for your language arts or math or faith study or science or history, let me know. I'm very excited about the history because it's really been lacking, and I just didn't want to use a textbook. I love Charlotte Mason, and I haven't looked into like what she uses for history at the second grade level, and I probably should have first, but I'm really excited about Beautiful Feet books, and I already had like half the books because Sarah Mackenzie and everybody talks about them so highly anyway, the Dallaire books, that I'm just excited to have a curriculum that is beautiful and takes us through history of the early American history, and something that I will enjoy participating with them, throughout it. So this is Laura from What Laura Likes. This is my homeschooling snapshot video. If I can figure out who exactly asked for this, I will tag you or give you a shout out in the description, because I really appreciate you guys telling me what you want to hear about. I do my best to give you what you want. So until next time, I will talk to you again soon. Bye.